Come, let us explore this morning's class and practice that we too could meditate like a Jedi. This morning's lesson is drawn from the second of 11 verses of Refining Gold Ore into Gold by a Dzogchen classic by Prahe Vajra. Let us relaxingly recite. It is taught to be the path of every form of liberation, the common bias of all the the common basis of all the innumerable practices, such as moral discipline and so forth. It is the mother of all the Buddhas and the universal path of liberation. If it did not exist, there would be no path. Therefore, this is the supreme path of complete liberation. Well, but what does that mean? Glad you asked. It is taught to be the path for every form of liberation. Liberation from what? The first noble truth is there are stressors. There are circumstantial stressors, physical stressors, interpersonal stressors, and mental stressors. We evolve the capacity to perceive stressors in order to keep us alive. The perception of stress is not an indictment, even though there are many people who would tell us so. So I'm going to turn to a visual aid. Sturgeon's law reminds us that 90% of everything is sex. The yang folk, the folk on the right, think it's splendid to be rigid, fearful, superstitious, controlling, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel. And they think it's terrible to be as flexible, loving, rational, laid-back, egalitarian, lucid, cooperative, kind as the yin folk on the left. So the people on the right, who are rigid and fearful and superstitious and controlling and elitist, will tell us, oh, it's bad. If you notice any stress in your life, it's an indictment. You're a bad person. But that is not what the Buddha taught. The Buddha's Eightfold Path, which is the litmus test of enlightenment. The Buddha's Eightfold Path, there is no mention of karma, but there is mention of loving kindness. You see, we either can operate from a fear of punishment and a greed for blessing, or we can operate from empathy and compassion and love. These two tissues are merely centimeters apart, but they're also worlds apart, metaphorically speaking. The second noble truth is that there is a cause of suffering. The suffering is not because we're greedy or hateful or superstitious. It's not because we're jealous or prideful or dull. It's because we've been conditioned to act like the man armed only with a hammer who views every problem as a nail. If we live, so our survival mechanisms our amygdala, our dopamine-oriented system that's highly competitive, our ability to focus and to analyze are great survival tools when used sparingly. But when used constantly, they can exhaust our prefrontal cortex to the point of inducing us to present with symptoms of depression. They can trigger our amygdala, the seat of both anxiety and aggression. Fortunately, neither the prefrontal cortex nor the amygdala constitute the entirety of our central nervous system. When we passively cooperate with the sympathetic aspect and the parasympathetic aspect of our autonomic nervous system, the anxiety and aggression of our amygdala is calmed. And we gently stimulate the anterior cingulate gyrus, which functions as the hub of our mirror neurons, the seat of empathy, which transforms dread into compassion and desire into love. Let's return to the opening text. Well, let's continue now. So the fourth fold of the Eightfold Path is this. The fourth fold of the Four Noble Truths is this. By practicing this sympathetic, by cooperating with our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system to notice and relax in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation, the remaining 6 folds of the Eightfold Path are taken care of. Every time we inhale, our sympathetic nervous system, ensconced within the middle third of our spinal cord, has evolved to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. Because we are not actively focusing, but rather passively noticing whatever randomly comes up, we accept the external and internal, the physical and mental, the pleasurable and painful, the interesting and boring, the glorious and the grotesque. But what do we do with that which we notice? By the way, as we notice things, we cannot help but notice that there is change, that there is interdependence. These things are an effortless observation that we can't hide from even if we try. It might not be an intellectual observation, but it is most certainly a visceral one. As we exhale, thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system, divided between the lower third and the upper third of that same spinal cord, we are wired to physically relax and mentally release that which we noticed during our previous inhalation, to the point that which we noticed could fleetingly feel less stressful, less permanent, and less defining, and figuratively feel as if it was as non-graspable as a vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although could look tantalizing to the eye, feels non-graspable to the hand. So what is the key to passively cooperating with our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems? It's simple. During each inhalation, each time we feel our body breathe in, silently and mentally we could recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Each time we feel our body breathe out, we can silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease. It's as easy as that. And so instead of trying to concentrate upon our breath or control our breath, the rate or the depth, we simply treat our breath the way a piano student might treat a metronome. That's all. When we notice ourselves breathing in, there's something we silently and mentally recite. When we notice our bodies breathing out, there's something we silently and mentally recite. It is taught to be the path of every form of liberation. What's that? Simply noticing and relaxing in harmony with our breathing. The common basis of all the innumerable practices. When we notice and relax passively for as little as 5 minutes, once every 12 hours or so, the remaining 6 folds of the path, noticing change, the kind intention, the kind communication, the kind conduct, and the kind commerce that are the essence of morality occur spontaneously. It was said by the late Tuku Tundam that the highest love is the spontaneous and uncontrived byproduct of simply noticing and relaxing in harmony with our breathing. The 6th fold of the path is right effort, which is the effortless effort of having our choices, utterances, and deeds flow, not from active contrivance or scattered spontaneity, but from the centered spontaneity that is the effortless byproduct of noticing and releasing in harmony with our breathing. Everything else we do, say, and think flows from this. Or if I wanted to be fancy, I would say from this flows. Such as moral discipline and so forth. The essence of morality is nonviolence. The essence of morality is kindness. And it's all fair and good. It's all well and fine to say, I choose to be kind. But how are we to know what the kind thing is to say? What the kind thing is to choose? What the kind thing is to do? Simple. When we allow our choices, utterances, and deeds to flow from the centered spontaneity that is the byproduct of noticing and releasing, then we become a greater good in our little sphere of influence, whether that is with a roommate or with a neighbor or with people populating the internet. It is the mother of all the Buddhas in the universal path of liberation, such as, oopsie, I think I pushed the wrong button. If it did not exist, there would be no path. Therefore, it is the supreme path of complete liberation. The path is easy. Remember we talked about those on the right being really cranky and elitist and saying it takes a really long time, innumerable lifetimes to become a Buddha. Well, on the left, you had Gautama, who was known as the Buddha, who was also known as Shakyamuni, who was known by many names, who insisted that in his discourse on the 4 bases of mindfulness, one could master his path in as little as 7 days. And he made no provisos. He didn't say this was for special people who live in a special place at a special time, and know the special handshake. No. He said this could be mastered in as little as 7 days. Does that mean we'll never feel pain, or physical or emotional pain ever again? No. We will experience the full spectrum of human sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings. Then what's the point of it all? By mastering the Eightfold Path, we're able to notice and relax in a way that helps us to be the person that our dogs already think we are. It has been said that no one gets through life without a scar. If not one, then many. But the Buddha's toolbox helps us to go through life with enhanced peace and enhanced love. Peace and love, despite all we perceive, emote, intend, reason, recall, and imagine. This completes this morning's opening lesson. Let's shift gears. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi Wednesday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. After about 30 seconds of housekeeping, this is the Dzogchen Sunday Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. For the remainder of this morning's live stream, let's play with the latest iteration of very easy meditation practice text, or sadhana, if you're nasty. Both this and the text I taught from this morning, as well as the meditation manual, are available for free download by using the links in the description area below the live stream. The most efficient way for us to gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce in our lower abdomen is for us to rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger on the tip of our left ring finger, palms up in our lap. Each time we feel our belly swell with breath, silently and mentally we could recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Each time we feel our belly sink, silently and mentally we could recite the one-syllable verb ease. Or we could collect our bonus set of 12, well, we could keep track of 12 inhalations on our right hand, advancing our right thumb during each inhalation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is known as our bonus set. We could keep track now of our 12 additional sets of 12 inhalations each. We keep track of our first of 12 sets by resting the tip of our left thumb upon our left little finger's lowest set of creases. We could keep track of our second set of 12 inhalations by advancing the tip of our left thumb up to its little finger's second set of creases. We could keep track of our third set of 12 inhalations by advancing our left thumb up its little finger until it comes to rest upon the third set of creases. We could keep track of our fourth set of 12 inhalations by moving the tip of our left thumb to the lower set of creases at the base of our left ring finger. We could advance our left thumb to keep track of our fifth set of 12 inhalations. We could advance our left thumb up to the second set of creases upon its left ring finger. To keep track of our sixth set of 12 inhalations, we could advance our left thumb up its left ring finger until it comes to rest upon the third set of creases. We could keep track of our seventh set of 12 inhalations by touching the tip of our left thumb to its middle finger's lowest set of creases. We could keep track of our eighth set of 12 inhalations by advancing our left thumb up its middle finger to its second set of creases. We could advance our left thumb up its middle finger to its third set of creases to keep track of our ninth set of 12 inhalations. To keep track of our 10th set of 12 inhalations, we could slide the tip of our left thumb to its index finger's lower set of creases. To keep track of our 11th set of 12 inhalations, we could slide the tip of our left thumb up its index finger until it comes to rest upon the second set of creases. To keep track of our 12th set of 12 inhalations, we could slide the tip of our left thumb up its index finger until it comes to rest upon the third set of creases. The most efficient way for us to gently invite our real or imagined subtle energy or chi to coalesce in our chest is to rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger, palms up in our lap. As we do this, we could count our bonus set of 12 inhalations. Each time we feel our chest swell, silently and mentally, we could recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Each time we feel our chest sink, silently and mentally, we could recite the one-syllable verb, ease. You might find it fun during some inhalations to subtly thrust your hips forward reproductively. During other inhalations, to lower your shoulder blades. And during other inhalations, to stretch your spine vertically. The operative word is gently. The most efficient way for us to gently invite our subtle energies to coalesce at our crown would be for us to rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger upon the tip of our left index finger, palms up in our lap. As we feel air enter our nostrils, silently and mentally we could recite the demonstrative pronoun this. As we feel air exit our nostrils, silently and mentally we could recite the one-syllable verb ease. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 11 or so hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class, as well as group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.